It does make it a lot easier for me to break his structure, strike and hit, but also what it allows me to do is to position where I can move to the side and make it even harder for him to control his position. What makes trapping effective? And the simple answer is footwork. For you to trap effectively, you have to be able to cross the distance and understand good footwork. If you can't cross that distance and move in, it's very, very difficult to apply pressure or even keep pressure on the person's arms. So just to recap the points we mentioned earlier, if you were to trap someone's arms but you didn't move your feet and you kept this distance out between you, it's very easy for your partner to lift his arms. What we want to do is create a scenario where I'm going in, I'm trapping the person's arms, one, and I'm following the distance. The good thing with controlling the distance is that for my partner to try to free his arms, he has to naturally push his bottom out, which brings his head forward, which breaks his own structure. Why does he do that? Because it's natural for him to do that to re-engage and recover his arms. For a split second, he will try to get his hands out to punch. It's only natural to do that. The good thing about that being in a cross-arm position is that when he engages this space, a good exercise to follow through is to change your grip to the other side, maintaining contact with the opposite arm. And then very simply drag him from one side to the other, disorientating him to the far side, which allows you to strike and punch and punch. So you can do that as a drill. A very simple drill to practice at home would be to start cross hand, and then you can either step in and lock when he blocks that, trap the arms. Notice when I trap, I bend my knees and I keep the arms pressured away from me. So I don't pull the arms in, I'm pushing them down, and I'm making sure that I'm keeping the space over his arms. And this is a key factor from here. If I was simply going to release and strike, I don't release from the top arm as a rule of thumb, because that allows him to use his arm. Very simply what I do is I release the bottom arm and I hit into the chest, I cover the arm, I hit into the chest, and if necessary I'll chop up and I'll hit afterwards, so I'll skip a beat. If you notice when I'm doing this, I'm not pulling the hands back, I'm moving in a very efficient, direct manner. So, as a drill, you'll go in 1, trap 2, hit 3, trap 4, cross 4. One more time, so you'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. A little bit faster. 1, 2, 3. And a little bit faster still. 1, bend the knees, drop them down, hit, trap. And then from that position you can go up. If you want to make it much more dynamic, a further step is to move to the side. So to trap. To fish through and step to the side, bringing him to the side, trying to control his hip, keeping him quite close to you. Why do I do this? Because moving to the side means that if he tries to punch me with the other arm, it's very, very difficult for him to punch me with the other arm because I'm hidden behind him. More importantly, I can punch him, I can punch him, I can punch him. I can still stick and control his legs, and more importantly, I can start to look at breaking his body, his posture, and controlling him for strikes.